So I finished the first two steps in the, I can see now why it says easy build in really big letters here. This was a good one to pick as a first build. I finished these first two steps. I have these two to go, and then there's one in the back, a little dress up. So I'm making some good progress. This didn't take too long for this part. It just, so here's, I haven't done any painting to this part at all. So it's the basic structures in place. You know, it's got the siding all the way around. It's got a plate on the bottom. You know, maybe we'll wash this platform to make it look like people have walked on it. That's something I might do at some point. But anyway, this is how far I've gotten. And I've really, no painting. I've just used white glue. And it just pretty much is going together just like it says. The next big step is to put the plastic sheets on all these windows. And I might, they didn't ask for this in the instructions. I'll check and see. I might go get some canopy glue from the hobby store someplace. Canopy glue, I think, works a little better than CA for plastic like this, where if you drip it, you know, it'll be clear and you won't see it. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll report back on the next segment. Okay, so here we have, we finished step 3, which was the doors and windows. And so all the windows are in place. And I've tried to do, so we got some light on there. So I've tried to do a little painting here. I smeared a little, so it looks supposed to be looking a little bit like dirt. You know, where people have walked and trundled stuff, and maybe where a little coal dust ended up. So I've got that. Okay, so then so actually, yeah, the longest step so far was gluing, you know, all the little pieces of plastic on the windows. And I went ahead, I did go ahead and just use the white glue for everything. So I've smeared there is a little white glue smeared on the windows, but it dries clear, and where it does show up as being smeared, it just looks like the windows are a little dirty. So they don't clean their windows in the depot often enough. So we've got step 4, which is the roof, and step 5, which is the looks like a smokestack and a signal box on the roof, and the labels, the signs. And it does say they're supposed to be peel and stick, so I'm hoping that that's what they are. So we'll come back in after I finish those. Have a quick unboxing here for you. This is a Woodland Scenics HO scale Scenic details. These are 11 street and traffic lights. And I got these on the idea that I need something for my bad memory to mark which I'm going to put up. Several of the switches are going to be remote control switches, DCC. And I want to make sure I remember which ones are remote control, which ones are manual when I'm operating a train. So I thought maybe I'd put some street lights. And these have kind of an old-timey look to them. There's 2 styles in here. There's the overhead. Well, anyway, let's just get into it. So I got this off of Amazon. On the back it says lead-free, fun to paint. You can use mini scene paint set M125. So anyway, so that's so let's go ahead and open this up. So I get it open here and pull out. It's got a plastic cover. And there's a piece of, oh, okay, they're all going to just jump right out. All right. There was a piece of foam here that was holding them down. There's a piece of foam underneath. So let's just pull one of these out. So here's one of them. It's got a little pole at the bottom where you could stick it into something. If you have some foam, maybe I should have put foam down. I didn't. But maybe I'll put down a little foam base for it, maybe epoxy it. And they have kind of a silver color if you don't paint them, but I might have to paint these. So that's one style. And the other style in here is this. Let's see if you can see that. So it has kind of an oil lamp, you know, gas lamp kind of look to it. This one doesn't have. Do they all have? The short ones just have a flat, more or less a flat base. So I could just epoxy or CA those right to the grass mat. Okay, this one has there's a red, yellow, green, there's a switch. So there's a couple of these in here that have switches, so I'll have to paint those, you know, red, yellow, green probably, the lights. And then there's some of these old-timey ones. And there's the overhead ones. Well, let's just lay them out here and see what we got. So there's two of those. They have a little flashing on them, it looks like. Or either the control box or it's flashing. I guess it's a control box. Okay. Let's see. We got one of those, one of those, one of those, another one of those, yet more of those, and more of those. So we've got two of the, what I'm going to call, well, that one does have flashing on it. There's an old-timey gas lamp, two of the red, yellow, green switches, and all the rest of these are overhead street lights. And they have kind of an old-timey look. So anyway, that's an unboxing of that. And that was just something I will be adding when I get the track put together here. And there it is. This was an experiment for me. I didn't know what to expect with a kit building before, and this was an easy one to put together. And so I went ahead and did it. It was a learning experience to kind of learn some of the things I need to work on. I did a little bit of painting. I painted some green on the trim around the bottom, and it doesn't look very good. So I think one of the tips I think I learned is it's a good idea probably to paint the pieces before you put it together, and it's a lot easier probably than to try to paint it after you've got it put together. What else did I learn? I don't know. The white glue works real well for wood parts, and I think so. I might want to stick with wood buildings. They also, different manufacturers make kits that have plastic buildings, but I think the wood is nice. And what else did I learn? I guess I didn't learn anything else. So there's that's my depot, and there's a passenger. That's an excursion car. It's an open excursion car. HO scale, of course. Everything I've got is HO scale. And that's it for today. So I'll hopefully see you next time on the Newbie Railroad.